Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Guys, autumn starts today. It starts today. I can barely contain my excitement. I've waited for this day for weeks. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been with me a while, you'll know I'm over summer. I'm over it. I want autumn leaves and browns and oranges and all of that beautiful yumminess that comes along with autumn and fall. Check these out. These are stunning. It's like a whole massive pack of dried flowers, leaves, bunny tails. I bought this myself from Amazon. I actually bought 2 packs, so they will be linked down below in my Amazon storefront. The molds I'm using can be found at Let's Resin, and I think the heart one is from Temu. Again, Let's Resin discount down below. We're going to do both molds in today's video, so yeah, the other one will come afterwards. Oh my gosh. Now, first up, I'm going to be using the Fast Cure resin from Let's Resin. The first layer is going to be clear, so that's the resin I'm using. And the backing colors, I'm going to use mica powder from Craft Resin. So if you're new here, or if you've been with me a while but you've just missed a few videos, I no longer work with Vista. I am now free to use so many different resins, and Craft Resin have sent me their whole resin range, including this whole box of powders. I already picked out my autumns, so we've got orange, bronze, gold, olive. The emerald green I actually put away because that wasn't singing to me. And then we've got chocolate brown. So my color selections are going to come from these packs here. Can you even get any more autumn than this? Like, this is just autumn in a bowl. I'm absolutely in love with the color scheme of this video. First up, we're gonna mix my resin. Now, again, this is the Fast Cure 4-hour demold resin by Let's Resin. Your discount code down below. Do not forget to check out the description box. I'm gonna mix slowly. I'm gonna mix slowly. Who is Claire? What have you done with her? I'm actually using a silicone stick to mix my resin slowly. Once I'd mixed that for 5 minutes, I put it to one side, and then I decided to kind of pick apart these flowers and these leaves just to really see what we've got here. Now, these pendants are small. They're shallow. They're not deep. So a lot of this I really didn't think I could put in, like the bunny tails. They're just way too fat and chunky for small little molds. Look at this. I don't even know what this is called. Does anyone know what this is called? Let me know in the comment section down below, please, because I am clueless. And then these 2 beautiful cream dried flowers, just stunning. But for me, for these molds particularly, because they are so shallow and so small, I'm going for the flattest options. So whatever was in this pack that I knew would work, I actually chopped it all up into teeny tiny pieces, getting them ready to put into my resin. So once my resin had been sitting there for around about 5 minutes, I actually poured a little bit of clear resin into the larger hearts. I'm only doing the larger hearts in this video, but again, depending on what mold you're using, you could do this in any mold that you have. I've just decided to do this mold today. Now, quite a lot there. A nice long squirt of isopropyl alcohol to try and get rid of some of those air bubbles that are still in there. They're not too bad actually this time. I'm just going to use my tweezers to individually place all of these teeny tiny pieces of plant flowers, miniature dried flowers, teeny tiny leaves, and just really using my tweezers, wiping in between, and then just individually placing in where I want everything. I ended up using some of the cream petals from the flowers that also came in the pack just to add to the back. So we've got a little bit of detail going on. We've got some visual interest. It's not just one single leaf in there. And these colors, oh my gosh, guys. These colors scream 2 things. To me, they scream wedding, but autumn. To me, this is like autumn wedding. They are the most beautiful, calming colors of nature. I I just can't get enough. I can't get enough. I've already said I've ordered another pack. Did I order another pack or 2 packs of these flowers? Because I'm just utterly in love with them. With the next mold, I'm going to make every single one. So I'm putting some clear resin into each and every section of this mold. Now here you see me cut down my pipette. I do this to most of my pipettes depending on how much resin I need to take out. I over poured in this circle, so this is a helpful tip. If you over pour, because I don't want too much resin in here, I am backing these up with a different colour. I didn't want too much resin, and I definitely over poured in that circle. So cutting down my pipette not only helps me get more resin quicker, it actually helps me reuse the pipette over and over and over again. I simply leave it to fully cure upside down, so all of the resin either goes down into the bulb and it will never bother you again, or it drips out of the end and then you can kind of crunch it out because you've cut some and you've got a nice big opening there for you. So another couple of squirts of the isopropyl alcohol, and because this mold is more generous in size, they are flat shapes. They are 90-degree angled shapes. So I don't have to worry about the curve of the heart and kind of being limited for space. I'm just chopping. I am literally just chopping up these ferns and these leaves and these flowers. And then I decided to chop them up all over the place and then just use my tweezers to place them down and in. If you find that something is just a little bit too big for your mold, just use your scissors, trim the end off until you've got it to fit. And again, speeding this up for you because this is a lengthy process. How much you put in is entirely up to you. I decided to put quite a lot in some of them and then keep some of them a little bit more naked, a little bit less. So yeah, going for a maximalist and minimalist kind of style. I don't know why this is giving me Little House on the Prairie vibes. Anyone else? These little white balls. Now, honestly, I don't know what half of these flowers are, but these teeny tiny little white balls, they genuinely felt fake to me. They felt like almost polystyrene. Now they won't be, they are dried natural flowers, but I would love to know what plant they're from because they were so pretty, and they almost acted like pearls, as if I got some teeny tiny pearls for resin and put the pearls in. That's what they look like. These ones here, again, if you know the name of any of these, please leave it in the comment section. These are incredible. They are literally like spiky, fluffy, flaky flowers, and the impact they make is next level. Honestly, right now, knowing what I know, I wish I put them in every single mold because they are a wow. This is what we're looking like, and it was just a case of waiting a few hours before I could back coat them. Now, this is a 4-hour demold resin, but I'm not demolding at this point. I'm just going to back coat them. So this is around 2.5 to 3 hours later. It's not fully cured, but it's cured enough to pour a backing colour, leaving absolutely no impact on that first layer. Now, first colour up from the Craft Resin range, brown. The brown, oh, I'm telling you, the autumn, the feels. This made me so cozy. I can't even explain it. You know the one downside about resin for me personally, because I'm such a firm believer in PPE, I would never ever bring food and drink into my craft room. I would never do resin and drink a cup of tea at the same time. But it's a tragedy, really, because this honestly made me feel so autumnal and cozy, and just like I just wanted a nice little, hot chocolate while I was doing this, because that's how it made me feel. But anyway, look, I'm going off on one here. Sadly, I don't drink while I'm crafting with resin. Anyway, back to the video, Claire. Forget about your hot chocolate. The brown, stunning. Love, 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 love the brown. The orange to me screamed bright orange pumpkin. So what I did do, I added in a little bit of the bronze just to dull it down a bit and bring it more to like a burnt orange kind of color. And then I'm just using my cocktail stick to bring that resin out and get it to fill the rest of that mold. Now I did really want to go easy. I didn't leave myself with that much space at the top. If I was to do this again, I probably wouldn't do the hearts. I think because they are domed, they're a little bit harder to give yourself enough depth for your flowers whilst being able to put a nice decent chunky back coat on there as well. Whereas this mold, so much easier to use, so much more room, basically more room. I could get a generous amount of clear resin in there for my flowers and still get a nice generous back coat in there as well. This olive, I'm in love, like in love with this olive. I know some of my friends here are not green lovers. I don't know what's happening to me, guys. I am falling in love with green right now. Like, I honestly would say my whole life blue has been my favorite color, but there is something about 2023. I guess green is very, very in, especially with interior designs and, you know, interiors in general. Green is very in. And I think I've just been sucked in. I've been sucked into the world of green. Now you can see here, I already wasn't feeling the orange. Again, I love orange. It's very, very autumn. Very Halloween, very autumn. But for me, it was kind of clashing with these dried flowers. It wasn't enough of a contrast. So this time around I actually made up more green and just added more green, and I only did 2 orange because I just wasn't feeling it at this point. So I gave everything a bit of a spritz with the alcohol spray. I had leftovers, you could see there. I filled another 3 little diddy baby ones. They're just blank, they're plain with nothing in them. There's no flowers in them at all. But check these out. Oh my gosh, the green and the orange. First thoughts, no, I absolutely do not like the orange. It clashes. It's not the right backing color. It hasn't allowed us to see the brown. Stop it now. The brown background is a wow. It is a absolute wow from me. Now I demolded all of these pendants. I don't want you to have to sit through me demolding each and every one individually. Some of them are absolutely stunning. Look at this one. Check this out. I'm so obsessed with this one. The diamond on the right with that spiky fluffy flower. You know me. I'm so good at my terminology. The spiky fluffy flower, if you know what it's called, put it in the comment section because I was obsessed with that. That is why I wished I put it in every single pendant. The orange, just so sad. It is absolutely not doing it for me, I'm afraid. I don't really know how to save these. I could put an autumnal flowery plant based tattoo on the top maybe. This one, in love, like absolutely in love. Again, the olive green mica powder from Craft Resin, it is a beautiful mica powder, but it's the brown, guys. It is the brown that has given us the most impact. It's the most wow. It really does show off these flowers, these dried flowers, more than any other color. Even though these are pretty, and I still really love them. I love the green so, so much. They just don't scream at me. They don't scream like they do with the brown background. So the next video, I think I'm definitely going to try these with the brown, more of a brownie background, just to get more of that wow, you know, in your face, wow impact. Absolutely stunning. I mean, again, the background's not perfect. It really doesn't highlight. It doesn't make the flowers stand out. They are not the main character in the green, but they're still really, really pretty. The green is giving me wedding vibes, and that's not necessarily the vibe I was going for. I was definitely craving autumn, but yeah, these are more summer wedding to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. The orange to me were just fails. Lessons, not fails, not fails. They were lessons. But it was the brown. It was the browns that absolutely won me over. The mica powder, the shimmer in that mica powder, absolutely stunning. Thanks to Craft Resin. This diamond on the brown, oh my gosh, my favorite. My absolute favorite of the browns. I just wish I knew what the flower names were. But you know what? Overall, for my very first autumnal video, I still think I captured autumn. I think you could definitely look at these and think of autumn. These 3 pieces are my absolute favorite pieces. Love the green, love the brown. But again, the brown won my heart. It definitely is the most contrast, the most striking against those cream flowers. And again, I should have used more fluffy. You know, the fluffy spiky? Should have used more of the fluffy spiky. If you know the names, put it in the comment section. Thank you so much. I hope you've really, really loved this. The next video, I'm so obsessed, guys. I'm so obsessed. The next video is possibly one of my favourite ever autumn DIYs. And then, of course, Saturday, I've got the Big Molds and Shapes collaboration with their brand new molds. So do keep your eyes peeled. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss another upload. And yeah, hit that like if you like what you see here. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And I will see you all in the next video.